Alright guys, we have most probably actually the best, I don't know whether it is the best or the weirdest krypt season ever. Because look at the characters, guys. We just have scorpions. How cool is that? Unfortunately though, we don't have MK11 scorpions, but we can live with that. Now, first thing first, as usual, I'm going to start with the goat scorpions. If you are in the mood for grind, and if Hanzo Hasashi Scorpion is your main character, I mean, you have him Fusion 8 and he's your main fighter, then you can consider getting another copy of Hanzo Hasashi while playing the krypt for hearts. But that's only, once again, if he is your main fighter. Let's say that you use him in 80% of games, he's Fusion 8, then maybe it is a good idea to get another copy in the krypt. When it comes to the diamonds, if you don't have either of those, I would advise you to go ahead and buy a copy of Hellspawn Scorpion, because out of the three, Hellspawn Scorpion is by far the best at Fusion 0. If you already have a strong cold team, or your cold Scorpion is one of your main fighters, then it's a good idea to get a copy of Cold Scorpion, because he's criminally underrated. In my opinion, Cold Scorpion is one of the very best characters in the game. He has excellent special 1, excellent special 2, very useful passive, especially in survival mode krypt when a lot of MK11 scorpions are out there. You have Cold Scorpion to make sure that you're never going to lose health if you're set on fire, actually because you cannot get set on fire in the first place. So generally, when it comes to the goats, you can consider getting Hanzo Hasashi if you're using him a lot. When it comes to the diamonds, if you don't have them out of the 3 scorpions, I would go for Hellspawn Scorpion, because he is by far the best at Fusion 0. Otherwise, it is up to you to decide whether you want to go for MK1 Scorpion or whether you want to go for Cold Scorpion. It all depends on which one of those you're using more. But if you don't want to grind, then the answer to your question is you should avoid getting those scorpions. If you're not using them that much, you should avoid getting them. With the only exception being if you don't have Hellspawn Scorpion. If you don't have Hellspawn Scorpion at all, then I would advise you to shortlist him, because he's really useful at Fusion 0. When it comes to the equipment, guys, every single person should get a copy of Restless Ninja figure. It is one of the very best pieces in the game at Fusion 0. The moment you make sure that the enemy is crippled or cursed, I believe it was cursed, then you have 50% resistance to all the buffs, and that is absolutely crazy. The other things though are not really that great. Sure, Yukonai you should avoid getting, it's not really that great, even though it can be useful in specific situations. And the Restless Ninja Call to Arms I would advise to shortlist as well. So if I'm to summarize the video, when it comes to the gear, you should 100% go ahead and buy a copy of Restless Ninja figure, and you should buy a copy of Restless Ninja Call to Arms. This is super cool, it's giving you more or less a friendship set, let's call it that way, and that's super awesome. And only after you buy both of those, then you should consider getting Hellspawn Scorpion. Actually, you should shortlist Hellspawn Scorpion if you don't have him at all, and everything else depends on whether you are in the mood for farm and whether MK1 Scorpion or Cold Scorpion or Hanzo Hasashi Scorpion is your main fighter. For instance, if Cold Scorpion is your main fighter, then get a copy of him. If MK1 Scorpion is your main fighter, then get a copy of him. Or if Hanzo Hasashi is your main fighter, then get a copy of him. More or less, this is it from me. This is one of the, once again, the very best seasons I've ever seen. So yeah, see you guys soon. Take care.
Perfect.